Hey everybody, how you guys doing today? Happy Thursday to you all. I pray you guys are having a blessed day on today. I am doing well on today. Um, I'm just doing good. I'm not going to, just say much about that, but all is well. Thank God. I'm on here real fast because, guys, I wanted to just, I wanted to offer a word of encouragement, to each and every one of us, even to myself, because as I, talk, and as I speak, I also encourage myself, because a lot of times, we need to hear ourselves talk sometimes, that we may be lifted up, that we may be guided and inspired, So, I'm just on here with just just with a quick word of encouragement for us. Out here in this community. Not only are we doing things in this community, but there are also other things that we're doing outside of what we do here. I'm not talking about, as far as taking care of kids and housework and all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. But there are other things that most of us don't know what we do on the outside of here. There are other things that we do that many of us are doing that are some wonderful things in the areas that we desire to do things in. Now, what I'm saying is that, as we are doing what we're doing here, for one, again, I always, I'm approaching 60 years old and I have done a lot of things, okay? And I continue to do a lot of things that many of us don't, that I don't share, and a lot of things that you guys do, and you don't share with us. But I've always been in the area of doing things. I love to um, if I can, let me just take you back a little bit. When I was a teenager, I've done a lot of things. I've been involved with, many moons ago, I've been involved with, dancing. I was dancing with a dance group. I've done some modeling. I have done things in the creative area. I have done arts. I have done, um, I have been in leadership roles, and, I've done praise dancing. I still do that, when as I am led, I mime, and, I've done just various types of things. I do baking. These are things that I love to do. These are things that I personally love to do. And I know that this was, something that the Lord has instilled in me, a gift of creativity to be creative in a lot of areas of my life. And so I just want to encourage us out here in this community, because a lot of times we can get caught up in losing our individuality and how we do things on our end. We all can groom. We all can. Groom is not the word. We all can glean, is what I meant to say. Glean from one another in this community and grow as we go, and and just just learning and seeing things from one another, can help us grow. And even not even here, there's so many other places that we can learn to do what we do. And most importantly, the things that God has instilled in us to be able to do what we're doing, it comes from God as well. His word says that God gives us good and perfect gifts, and all gifts, come down from the Father of light. So He gives us these creative things. This is how our world was created. And if you ever thought about it, I say, how did people think to do different buildings and different this and different that and this and this, and how do people continue to be raised up to to keep the flow of this earth going, to keep the buildings going, to keep, things that we don't even think about, electricity and all these little things that make things go and work. And I think to myself, how can, don't know one person do that? Don't know one person do that. People are raised up, and I believe that these are callings of God upon people. He places these desires within us, and then we go forth and we do what we do. This is what makes the world go around. And the saying, have you ever heard the saying that there is more than one way to skin a cat? There's more than one way to do things, and we're not, we don't want to get into a cycle of us just believing that there's more than one way. I mean, there's only one way to do things. You know, what we have inside of us, God has given us individuality to do things. That he has given us to do. I believe that all things creative and all things, that for the good. I mean, talking about things that, you know, even if we get twisted up in the bad things, a lot of times when we get twisted up in these things, these bad things, a lot of times they just need to be reversed and come back over and be used for the good. And see, this is where the enemy comes in. This is, I don't want to get into, you know, uh, 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 certain things, but a lot of times when we get twisted up in one area of our life, it is something that we're doing. Uh, the thing that we're doing is actually what we're supposed to be doing on the good side, but we turned around and did it on this side. So, all it has to do is be reversed by God's help, turn that thing around and come and do that thing for the good. So there's more than one ways to skin a cat, as I was saying, and um, there's more than one way to do things. There's more than one way to do things, and we have our own individuality. We don't have to, uh, 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 be, pushed and coerced into doing things a certain way when we have our own individuality of doing things. There's a movie that I was thinking about. There's two things, and I'm gonna go. There's this movie that was called Apple Mortgage Cake. Have you ever seen that before? It's called Apple Mortgage Cake, and this is a true story about a woman who was getting ready to lose her home because now I didn't see the movie. I know what's going on, and I think I might try to see if I can look at it over the weekend as I'm relaxing. Um, because I always wanted to see this movie, and I thought about it today. The movie was based on a real life story of a woman who was about to lose her home, and she had 10 days to bring the mortgage, to get the money for the mortgage. So what she decided to do is bake these apple cakes. And these apple cakes, hold on, guys. Okay, and she didn't know the thing the first about making cakes. From what I understand, she didn't know. And the star of the movie was is Kimberly Elise. If you remember her, she's the one who played in um what's the name of that movie? Woman Thou Art Loose. Woman Thou Art Loose. She also played in Set It Off. The one who had the baby, Kimberly Elise. She played in those couple of movies that she played in. So she was the star of this movie, and the person had 10 days to come up with the mortgage money. So she decided to bake all these cakes. She was going to bake 100 cakes, I believe it was, for 10 days, and she was going to sell them to get the money back. So what ended up happening out of that one thing is that she blew the thing up. She blew the thing up. I mean, she did that thing well. And she got the money. Not only did she get the money for her mortgage, but she became a business owner off of that one cake. Off of that one cake. And she actually has a business today called, I think it's called Mortgage Apple Cake, I believe. And she's based somewhere because I actually wanted to buy one, but it was kind of expensive to not that I couldn't pay for it, but I didn't want to spend that type of money just to try her cake. But apparently the cake turned out well. She had a lot of support, and it was all based off that one idea, that one thing that she did. And that she didn't make any more cakes out of that. She has that one cake, guys. What I'm trying to say, it only takes one dream, it takes one idea and one way of doing things. And that because we do something one way doesn't mean that we're cut below, everybody else. This is what God has given us. This is what was placed on us to do. And if it turns out well, either way, whether it's a individual thing that we learned on our own and we did what we wanted to do, and or if it's somebody who has encouraged us, instructed us, and things like that to do what we're doing, and we got multiple things that things were coming into us to help us to achieve that building up that creative things within us. Now another thing is that my daughter watches She likes driving. She loves to see cars come. She loves to see cars go. She loves, there's just something about her. Now she's underneath the spectrum, the autism umbrella as well. She was diagnosed. She has my youngest daughter, who is 25 with special needs. She has a rare metabolism disorder, which causes a lot of things in her body to happen the way they are. And then she also is under the autism umbrella. She has autism spectrum disorder. So certain things kind of, make her, focus in on certain things, right? But she liked to see cars come and go. So I found a couple of years ago, I found a YouTube channel. It's a dash cam. Um, uh, well, it's more than one channel. Apparently, there's a lot of people who just drive, who just get in a car and they just drive, and people love to see it. I even like to see it sometimes, because if you ain't never been to some really nice places, in Italy or whatever, and you see people just doing, just this one thing, this driving. My daughter loves it. She loves to see. It's like she's sitting in the car and she's just driving, and people just that's all they do. And they got all these people who tune into this channel just to see that, because a lot of people cannot get out. A lot of people are trapped into their circumstances. They cannot, go out, and it's just a joy to see somebody driving and you can actually see what's going on. So my daughter loves it. But the person who is uploading these videos, all they're doing is just sitting in the driver's seat and they're just driving. And it's a service to somebody. It's a service to somebody. God, I believe, has to place things like that desire on our heart, because it is ministering to other people and it's helping people along the way. So this is what I just wanted to come on for, that as we grow, whether it be in this community or things outside of this community, things that we don't know what's going on. There's things that we all are doing and nobody really knows what it is. But don't lose your individuality and what you're doing. We are growing, we grow, we grow, we grow. And again, there's more than one way to skin a cat. That because one person do it this way and somebody else do it that way, it doesn't mean that one or the other is above or beneath, each other. We, one thing that I didn't, when I came onto this channel, when I created this channel, it was just basically for me just to get on and, just, I wasn't this, not that I have to do it. You choose what you want to do, but not that I wanted to do this to share, certain things that I am sharing. My picture of what I want to do on this channel is different than when I first came on, because there um, when I started this channel. Now I'm going somewhere else because I didn't expect to do this. When I started this channel, I okay, let me go back. When I first decided to do gift baskets, I'll put it that way. I was already doing stuff before I got onto the channel. But when I came onto the channel, I basically kind of accidentally bumped into a lot of things. Okay. I came onto the channel looking for um, ideas of how to gather up, some additional information about gift baskets. Okay, well, it's just something that I googled in, and I came across. Oh gosh, what is her name? Um, wonderful, 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 wonderful. She has, her name of her channel is Gift Basket Business, I believe it is. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna look her up. Hold on. Okay, I just looked her up. Gift Basket business.com, I think it was. But Shirley George is her name. And she's been doing gift baskets forever, guys. She's been doing gift baskets for about 20 something years. I ran into her um, in the beginning and I said, oh, she had like a lot of in-depth information. She don't come on a lot. She started back up a little bit ago, but she has, I mean, she has her stuff. She has her stuff down pat. And so I saw her when I saw giftbasket.com. I thought I was running into something else, but I ran into her and I got on the YouTube channel. And as I was following her, I began to see other things. And I'm like, oh, really? I came into Mindless Craft. Now, she was the second one, and I really liked her channel. She's about maybe 10, somewhere between 10 to 15 years old. Her name is Mindless Crash, and she does a lot of crafting now. She doesn't do her gift baskets anymore. But I came onto her channel and I loved what she was doing. It's all the way back, from 10 years ago. But as I ran into her and as I ran into Shirley George, I began to see that when you start looking at certain things, more things start dropping down. And this is how I got connected to some of the other channels from first seeing Shirley George and Mindless Craft. So I started seeing other channels, okay? And so to make a long story short with that, um, I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, why did I bring her up? Okay, she has a lot of information, gift basket wise, and this is how I got connected into this community because there were a lot more gift baskets out there, and there's been a lot of other people out here, outside of this community that we just all happen to see each other, and there's a lot of people who does gift baskets, so it's not a strange thing that something has come up. So, with that being said, hold on again. Okay, guys, I was like, why did I get over here? Okay, I was talking about, um, I wasn't expecting to do a lot of things. I kind of ran into everybody, kind of like accidentally because I didn't even know that this community had even existed until like, pretty much this community, who I see currently wasn't like until last year, so. Um, when I decided to get on, I just kind of did it on my end because I said, let me just show my stuff too. I said, I make gift baskets, I have a little small business, it's not as big as some people's are, but the business is business. It might, it's small, but mine is extra small. Okay, so anyway, I'm on here because I do things at events and things like that. That's what I do. And I take orders, and then when the holidays come through, I do what I do. So, uh, I wasn't expecting to do some of the things that I'm doing now. About getting into all the, showing, gifts and making them and doing all that stuff. But I had already said in the beginning I don't have time to do that. But I do like what I do, and so this is why I am doing what I'm doing now because it is just for the love of the game. This is why I do it. And I do want to grow, but I'm also trying to grow in my baking as well because that's something that I've done for a long time, for a very, 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 very long time. I've done that and I'm moving and I'm growing in that. And I do have did have I still hope I have them because people are still asking me for stuff, but I'm just trying to pull it together. After Mother's Day, I'm chiming it down. I'm just chiming it down all the way, and I'm stepping in and I'm moving into something another direction. But I didn't want to do all that I was doing on the channel. Really, I just wanted to be on here, just doing my business. Look, this is what I do here, and that's what I wanted to do. But I see so many, you know. Um, I was expecting to go into like, some of the things that have gotten myself into, with the death of my channel. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just, you see things, and although I see things, I don't really say anything, because there's some things that you just kind of pick up and it's just like, I don't want to, um, I just don't want to, be tied in with some of the stuff that I see things and I don't say anything. I just keep on moving, but I'm just I just want to get centered on what I want to do and just stay there. And I just pray that we all just do the same. This went a little bit further than I wanted it to go, but guys, I'm going to get off of here. You know, don't lose who you are in the process. Enjoy what you're doing. Be individual, walk in your own individuality. Don't be comparative to other people. We groom and we glean from one another, and just stay focused on your own gifting, and try to realize that it is part of who you are, and you are extending your gifts out here. And basically that's just all I wanted to say, guys. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave off, because I really didn't need to say all that I said. But you guys have a blessed and amazing Thursday, and I'm working on my gifts. See, this I'm talking about right here. See, I said, look, if I'm gonna just do gifts, I'm just gonna do them. It doesn't matter when I'm gonna do them, because I don't, I just feel like this is the way how it should be. Some people are geared to, then, there are a lot of big channels out here that are geared to just, putting that information out here. But I'm just like, look, I'll just be on what I be on. Okay. I'll just be on what I be on, pretty much, it's not that serious for me. I do, you know, love doing what I'm doing and love showing what I do. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Okay. So, guys, have a blessed and amazing day. Until the next video, be blessed. Okay. Bye bye.